Hi, Virgo rising sign. Here is your weekly forecast starting on the 20th of May until the 26th of May. I think it's a messy week because the South Node is sitting at the very final degrees of your first house, and the North Node is very much wrapping up its journey in your seventh house. You are undergoing the ultimate relationship audit. So, with the personal planets moving through your 10th house, the house of career, and your ninth house, the house of opportunities, your professional life is acting as the literal stage where you must drop your old patterns of micromanagement, overthinking, worries. So let's have a look at what is exactly happening. I think you are the masters of efficiency, analysis, order. But right now, the universe is asking you to burn the rule book and then do something out of like not expected. We are standing on a massive karmic landmine. You know, the nodes of fate are sitting on those critical degrees in your first and seventh house. So this means your personal identity and your committed relationships are facing a final exam. The South Node is in your sign and it is squeezing out the last like remnants of your perfectionism, self-criticism, the urge to fix yourself or fix everyone else around you. So the very first stop is the 20th. When we have got a supportive alignment, Mars in Taurus in your ninth house, sextile Venus in Cancer in your 11th house. And this is a very beautiful energy, actually. I think Mars in your ninth house gives you a steady, practical drive to expand your mind, work on international projects, publish your ideas. Meanwhile, Venus in your 11th house brings that warm, nurturing, supportive energy to your network, the likability factor, for example. So it's brilliant for publishing, for example, something to your community, for example. This is an incredible day to pitch a project to a broader audience, collaborate with a group of like-minded people, colleagues, or even teach a master class. Your ideas land beautifully because your grand vision are backed by this authentic connection to your community. So you might want to take advantage of this aspect. May 22nd is one of the biggest days of the week, surely. It's very complex. And it's very much targeting your professional status and your daily environment. So first is Venus trines North Node in your seventh house, therefore it sextiles your South Node as well in your first house. And this is a green light for your partnerships. This is a collaborative opportunity. This is about working together on a project with a partner, for example. This is about reaching out to people to make business connections, making new clients, or an existing partnership receives the massive boost, or you can meet someone, especially when you're hanging out with your friends. Mercury is also in sextile to Saturn today, and Mercury is in your 10th house, the house of career and public reputation. I think Mercury gives you that strategic professional mind, while Saturn stabilizes your finances, share resources, investments, and even psychological bonds. Yes, this might be a day when we need to be sitting down and then outline financial plans, for example, for the future. Or this is a perfect window to sign contracts, lock down financial funding for a business project, or establish really firm structural boundaries with business partners as well. Yes, this is brilliant to talk about money. Now, the Sun also makes a conjunction to Uranus in your 10th house. So that's an absolute lightning bolt to your career. Expect sudden shocking news regarding a promotion, a corporate shift, an unexpected public breakthrough, a radical new way of presenting your business forward. This is brilliant for marketing related stuff, of course, in your business. But it could bring a lot of chaos as well. Something that might not be working within the work environment, so we can walk out of it as well. On the very same day, still, Venus squares Neptune in your seventh house, as well as Mercury goes out of bound. So Venus in your 11th house, squaring Neptune in your eighth, That could be a massive blind spot within your partnership, contract negotiations, finances as well. You might idealize a financial situation or a mistake is being made, for example, in your banking, accounting, and so forth. But also, this might be a day when a friend of yours wants to borrow money from you, and then you just need to be very careful with that. Mercury goes out of bound in your 10th house, so I think your mind is going completely off the grid. You will have radical, totally unconventional ideas about your career, about your brand. Yes, you can shut the door on the face of the boss as well, because your communication style can become unfiltered, incredibly bold as well. So you might want to use this Mercury to innovate, not to pick kind of petty fights. Then the Sun makes a sextile to Neptune as well, but that's going to be happening on the 24th. And it feels like that is actually lifting up the fog, the career fog, to allow you to see the real potential of your potential partnerships or finances, what is actually happening. Something confusing went down regarding money with Venus and Neptune square, and then now the sun kind of comes around and then saves the day and then shows where the leakage is. But that sun also squares the nodes as well at the same time. So this is the ultimate karmic crossroads. The South Node in your first house has made you fiercely independent, overly reliant on analyzing your own flaws, being obsessed with doing everything yourself so it gets done right. But the Sun in your 10th house is demanding you show up for your public destiny, which requires collaborations, being able to work together with others. It says that you cannot do things all alone anymore. Mars in your ninth house is helping you by trining the South Node, meaning your past technical skills, educational background, the strategic wisdom are highly effective. Use those practical skills to step fully into the seventh house North Node path, which is about trusting other people, embracing intuitive partnership, surrendering the need to control the outcome. Let others support you. You don't have to be always the one who does the work for others. Now, May 26th is most likely the most volatile day of the week, bringing a heavy confrontation with power dynamics and personal expressions. Mars is in Taurus still, in your ninth house, squaring Pluto in your sixth house. And that's a power struggle between your long-term beliefs, legal matters, and your daily workload or health as well. So you might face an intense clash regarding how a job is managed or how a system is run. Someone in your daily environment might try to force a kind of like a schedule on you, or your daily anxieties will clash with your long-term expansion plans. Potentially, this could also talk to us about that your vision is that you want to get healthier and you can put all the effort in that. But it also feels like that you have got this anger boiling up within you, and maybe this is connected to work-related matters, and you are kind of like trying to hold yourself back of not expressing your opinion. But the sun trines Pluto at the same time. So this is your professional leverage, really. Instead of reacting with stubborn, rigid arguments about beliefs or opinions, you can use that 10th house communication authority. You can win this power struggle through calm psychological reframing. So speak with absolute professional gravity, and the dynamic will shift actually in your own favor. Now, Venus is actually squaring Palasatini in your eighth house. So another clash here, the desire to maintain social peace and group harmony, and the eighth house is a very strategic impulse to enforce, psychological financial boundaries. So it feels like you're learning to protect your assets while remaining collaborative. I mean, this could talk to you about for example, getting invited to a social event, but We have to be coming up with the logistics, with the financial part of things. Now, the Sun makes a sextile to Vesta as well. So, after those relational corporate kind of battles, Sun and Vesta is all about, okay, let me focus on what truly matters. Let me focus on my healing. Let me focus on my career. Let me build up a profile for myself. This is about reclamation. It's about dedicating your professional platform, for example, to share a transformative message. It's a sacred focus on your financial strategy, on your inner psychology, on your public status. This is you getting motivated to make changes in your life. The entire week is an initiation into vulnerability. Every single aspect from that unexpected career shock of that Sun Uranus or the intense boundary testing of Mars and Pluto square is just showing you exactly where you are holding on to control out of fear or trying to be perfect at all times. But the universe is demanding that you clear the clutter of that self-criticism, and then you step into this authentic, intuitive partnership collaboration. Why is it so important? Is because Uranus next month will be squaring the nodes. And you can see that everyone is squaring the nodes from Gemini. Uranus will join the club as well. So let me know in the comments what old habits of micromanaging or trying to fix, other people in your life are trying to drop this week, because I think that's kind of like your homework for you right now. Now, Virgo, let's just do a bit of a small summary here. So, Mars is giving you opportunities, but we can be rushing forward. So we just need to be careful, a bit more cautious about travel, education, legal matters. But you can feel very motivated to publish something as well. And Venus really helps you in that. The ninth house is like the ethical things. So while Mars is sextiling Venus, but it squares Pluto at the same time. So it feels like that something is bugging you, for example, at work or with your friends, because they are not doing the right thing. Now, Venus Neptune can make you addicted. It can create illusions about certain people. And maybe you want to be just, running away, escaping from a group of people. Maybe it's about realizing that you don't have to be kind of fitting in all the time. Or maybe someone is trying to undermine you as well. Someone is trying to kind of destroy your image. So just watch out for that too. But with that Venus and North Node trine, that's all about like the universe is trying to show you that as long as you are able to surrender, as long as you are able to trust someone, then your relationship department should be going. And maybe your next partner is going to be, for example, a lot better. Relationship is not about giving up on who we are. And we can feel like it. We can feel like that with South Node in the first house. Um, at the same time, maybe this week is all about making the career choice. Like having those brilliant ideas. Am I going to be launching it? You can be scared to do so with Pluto Mars square. And we are all, scared sometimes to start something new, but it really feels like the universe wants you to step into that new platform. And it's not just about trusting others, but trusting your own abilities as well. And I feel like that's where Sun and Uranus is going to help a lot of you, and it's going to give you that new career path, that new purpose. So good luck, Virgo, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Do let me know in the comments what your homework is going to be, and trust the flow of your connections. I will see you in my next deep dive video. Bye bye.